Ladies and gentlemen, today is Monday the 2nd of August and we are glad to present you our weekly analytical review of the foreign exchange market. Last week, EUR/USD climbed to 1.19, which coincides with the Murray level of 3/8. Consolidation of the price above this level will give a prospect of further growth to the levels of 1.1962 and 1.2023. The central line of Bollinger Bands at 1.1820 is seen as the key level for the bears. If the price consolidates below it, the decline may continue to the levels of 1.1760 and 1.17. Technical indicators do not provide a clear signal. A MACD histogram is shrinking in the negative zone, stochastic is about to leave the overbought zone and form a sell signal. This week, a continuation of the price growth in case of a breakout of 1.19 looks more likely, but a beginning of a decline cannot be completely ruled out. Last week, GBP/USD tested the level of 1.3977, which coincides with the Murray level of 5/8, but then corrected downwards. The price is currently trying to resume growth and break above the central level of the Murray trading range at 1.3916. If successful, the growth of quotations will resume to the levels of 1.3977 and 1.4038. The central line of Bollinger Bands at 1.3815 is seen at the key level for the bears. If the price consolidates below it, the decline may continue to the levels of 1.3732, 1.3672 and 1.3610. Technical indicators show mixed signals. Bollinger Bands are reversing upwards, a MACD histogram is preparing to move into the positive zone and form a buy signal, but stochastic is leaving the overbought zone and forming a sell signal. This week, a continuation of the price growth in case of a breakout of 1.3916 looks more likely, but a beginning of a decline cannot be completely ruled out. Last week, USD/JPY dropped to 109.37 in the center of the Murray trading range, but cannot break it down yet. If successful, the decline will continue to the levels of 108.98 and 108.59. The key level for the bulls is at 110.15, above the central line of Bollinger Bands. Its breakout will give a prospect of growth up to the level of 110.93. Technical indicators point to the continuation of the downtrend. Bollinger Bands and stochastic are reversing downwards and a MACD histogram is increasing in the negative zone. This week, a decline in the price, in case of a breakdown of the level of 109.37, seems more likely. Last week, AUD/USD rose to the central line of Bollinger Bands, but could not break it out and rolled back to the level of 0.7324, which is seen as a key one for the bears. Its breakdown will give a prospect of further decline to the levels of 0.7263 and 0.72. If the level of 0.74 is broken out, the growth of quotations may resume up to the level of 0.7507, which coincides with the Murray level of 3/8. Technical indicators generally signal about a continuation of the downtrend. Bollinger Bands and stochastic are reversing downwards and a MACD histogram is decreasing in the negative zone. This week, a decline in the price, in case of a breakdown of the level of 0.7324, seems more likely, but a correctional growth cannot be completely ruled out. Gold quotes last week tested the level of 1830, but could not stay there and corrected to the central line of Bollinger Bands. If the price consolidates below it, the decline will be able to continue to the levels of 1793 and 1781.25. The level of 1830 is the key level for the bulls. Its breakout will give a prospect of growth to the levels of 1843.75 and 1875. Technical indicators do not provide a clear signal. Bollinger Bands are directed upwards and stochastic is reversing downwards. A MACD histogram is at the zero line, its volumes are insignificant. This week, a price growth, in case of a breakout of 1830, seems more likely, but a continuation of the decline cannot be completely ruled out. That's all for today, and good luck with your trading.